Hello, my name is Leticia, and I wanted to share with you like a fragment of my story, which is, I guess, a little bit about my weight loss. I've lost 145 pounds now within the last few years, and I just wanted to share with you how I did that. I had gotten to the point where I was over 300 pounds due to a lot of post-traumatic stress, and like this is a little bit of the roundness. You kind of see this was me actually at my heaviest there in about 2018, and I recognized that I just let myself go just substantially. And so I recognized what additives I had been putting into my body, and I had actually come down here looking like this, about 170 pounds, and now I'm actually at about 100 and a little less than 170. So, but as you can see, it's pretty good. But my tips on losing your weight, because I had lost such a substantial amount of weight, is to give yourself patience while you're doing it, because it's not a race. You're not competing against anybody. It's yourself. So if you just take that time to recognize what you're doing to yourself and how the science works behind everything, because fat in itself is expelled through breath, through, cardio is what I started doing at first after I had switched to a pescatarian diet, and then I inevitably switched to a vegan diet, and on a vegan diet, I switched in January 2020. I had lost in 1 year's time 80 pounds, and it was for the first 5 months, it was just my diet, and it was 30 pounds I had dropped. And then after that point, and at that point I was 250 pounds. And then I had I started incorporating exercise at the gym, which I was extremely afraid of because I had suffered from agoraphobia and social anxiety because of my post-traumatic stress. And I had been on a lot of medications that had altered my psyche, and I was delusional for quite some time in thinking that everybody knew my business, or that there was, just a lot of altered consciousness. So I had switched over my diet, and then I had actually started incorporating exercise and doing the small things like cardio at first in order to move my limbs and to get the blood flow to my limbs. I would actually get numbness while I would stretch because those nerves are starting to reconnect, like the blood flow is starting to get to them again. So I had lost 50 pounds in the gym and gained some muscle during that time, and that's what you see before you now. And during that time, I noticed that there would be bloating in the areas that I was going to be losing weight in, so I started massaging those areas to get that circulation, and it helps with the, elasticity of the skin. So I started also taking supplements, not only just vitamins, but biotin, and I would take collagen, but that's an animal product generally, and I don't agree with that because it alters the brain chemistry, the functioning in your body. So I switched. I don't do anything. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I do smoke medicinal marijuana for my post-traumatic stress, and it helps me with any kind of mood fluctuations that I might have. And for me, for right now. And so, but mostly I don't do any additives. I just drink a lot of water, and I switch to a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables that I ended up, well, it's those microorganisms, like from the soil, those nutrients that your body needs to help you function. I noticed that I wasn't getting, I was having a lot of panic attacks because I was out of breath because I couldn't get a lot of blood flow. I had gained a lot of weight. I had like a buffalo hump on my back, here where it was like super prominent. And I started to realize that I needed to elongate my spine or take the pressure off my spine at the very least, is how I can explain it. So I started cracking my back on the edge of the ottoman or the edge of the bed. And then I noticed that my posture got better and I was able to function psychologically, just at a higher capacity, with all of these little things incorporated, the change in diet, the added exercise, and serotonin is those antidepressants that they use to alter the serotonin levels in your brain are actually only set for a short term, and they're not meant to help you in a long-term format. So diet is actually where it's at, because 90% of your serotonin is produced in your intestines. So if you get the right diet, if you incorporate the right fresh fruits and vegetables, raw especially, you will start seeing a difference in your positivity in the way that you gauge the world around you and the negativity. And I'm so sorry, this is just a practice video for sharing my story in its entirety. But like I said, just functionality, just thinking about it in a scientific perspective, because there's research on all of these different things that help me to get the results that I have right now. And there's no magic pill. They started talking to me when I was this heavy for gastric bypass surgery, and that's what scared me. And I realized that I didn't want to be like my sister, who had gastric bypass surgery when she was over 400 pounds or so. And I realized, this is not me. That is not the person I want anyone to perceive me as. And I realized that if I just did better, if I just did these little things that added up to a huge success story, that I would be so much happier. And I may have lost quite a bit of things materially, but that doesn't mean that I'm any less satisfied at the place I'm at in my life today. I lost that weight. I lived through those lessons. I went through that stress in order to realize and recognize that it's okay. Just go with the flow. Just do better, and then you'll be better. So every day, just try a little harder, and just switch a little thing here and there, like add a little bit of fresh fruits and vegetables here and there, and you'll notice that you'll function a little bit differently. You'll be less lethargic, and you'll be able to function better psychologically. So this is just one of the videos that I'll be starting, and I just wanted to help you to recognize all of these little scientific facts that help you to get the results that you're seeking and the positivity you're seeking. If you're ever under stress, like I had my suicidal ideations many times, please do not ever do anything. Do not ever do anything, because it's not up to you. It's up to a higher power. And so if you do, what good is that? That just proves nothing. So I recognize that now. Don't be sad. Don't be sad. Don't let anybody talk negatively to you. Don't put any weight on other people's opinions, because if you know who you are, you'll show them who you are, and that's all there is to it. So I guess I'll actually end up typing all of this also, but this is just some of the progress that I've made, and I'm really hopeful that this will help you in any way. That hopefully you'll be less stressed after this, and like I said, take it one day at a time, because it was the little things that all added up to big things for me, and I'm a pretty lazy person sometimes. So you just gotta go with the flow, and make sure that you don't litter, because this is our world. We love the world, don't we? So if you can't manage to maintain yourself and your surroundings, then what good are you? Exactly. I wasn't doing anybody any good. I lost who I was. But then I recognized. I was like, this is not me. Maybe if I was happier. And I realized all of these little things that added up to my happiness. I hope you have a really blessed day. I love you. Bye-bye.